to share something with you. That might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.
This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. We're at the final press conference here for Bivol-Ramirez live on the Zone this Saturday from Abu Dhabi. I'm joined by Mr. Oscar De La Hoya. How are you, mate?
I'm great, man. Thank you.
Press conference is finished now. The talking's nearly been done, but what a great fight this is, Oscar.
It's a great matchup. Two undefeated fighters, great styles. You have Bivol is a tremendous boxer. Bivol earned his shot at becoming the world champion. Then you have Bivol-Ramirez, who's taken the hard road, who's taken the tough road in order to get that world title. 2 eliminators, 2 knockouts in those eliminators. It shows you the character that Zurdo has, and that's the character of a champion, of a warrior, a guy who doesn't give up. 44-0 and now fighting for another world title. It's going to be a great show.
Is it fair to say after 44 fights there is certain aspects of we don't know exactly how good Ramirez is? Is that fair to say?
It's fair to say. It's fair to say. I mean, he's beaten some good world champions, but it's just the beginning for his career at 44-0. We obviously know his desires in becoming the first fighter to surpass Floyd Mayweather's career at 50-0. But more importantly, to win this world title on Saturday night is going to take a lot of determination. It's going to take a lot of discipline in his part. He's done all the hard work. He's been in there with tough light heavyweights. It's time to shine. It's time to put it all on the line on Saturday night. Punches and bunches, offset his style. Bivol has a tremendous footwork and abilities inside the ring, but it's time to offset that speed, offset that style that Bivol has. And Bivol-Ramirez can do that.
Oscar, in that press conference, you made a speech at the start about the coming together of promoters. We know you've worked with Eddie Hearn in the past, and a lot's happened, obviously, since. But sitting you two on the top table there, promoting a fight like this, is great, and this is what we need to see more of in boxing.
Yeah, this is what we have to see more. I mean, this is the only way that boxing can continue to grow. We're obviously talking about Crawford and Errol Spence not happening. We're talking about a Ryan Garcia, Tank Davis fight possibly not happening. The promoters have already come to terms. We have the boxing part of it all set in stone. It's now time for the networks to take care of business. But this is a perfect example of Matchroom and Golden Boy coming together and bringing the fans the best fights possible. This is what it's all about. The winners are the fans.
Obviously, I'm going to ask you about yesterday. You kind of put a very direct tweet out last night, which obviously caused some attention. I wanted you, if you could, elaborate a little bit on that, about exposing the truth, etc. Could you talk to me about that, please, Oscar?
I love the fact that Terence Crawford came out and spoke the truth. He spoke about what went wrong in the negotiations. I've been in this business for a very long time, and obviously I'll be in this business for 30 plus more years. I know exactly what takes place. I know exactly how people work, and certain people work. Look, negotiations shouldn't be that difficult if you want to make a fight happen, if your intentions are to make fights happen. The fact that Terence Crawford and Errol Spence did not happen, we know exactly who the culprits are. There's no denying it anymore. The fans are starting to realize it. The people amongst boxing and the world is knowing who the culprits are. And so I actually want to give a shout out to Terence Crawford for exposing that whole situation, for speaking the truth. It's not the fighter's fault. It's not certain promoters' fault. It's certain people in the industry who are ruining the game, and it's not fair to everyone.
You, as a promoter and obviously as a former fighter, which is key in this as well, because you know the game from both sides equally as well. So what can you do about this? What can you do to make sure that these situations, which as fans and people from the outside don't know a lot about, unless Terence is talking or you're talking or people in the industry are talking about certain situations, we don't know about this?
Absolutely. Look, I was a fighter myself. I'm a fan of boxing first, before I'm a promoter. So I want to see the best fights happen. I want to sit down front row, eat my popcorn, and watch the great fights happen. That's the bottom line. The fact that these big fights are not happening, I know exactly what's going on. I know exactly who is behind it. And I believe that sooner than later, we are going to find out who those people are. I think they are going to get exposed. But kudos to Terence Crawford for leading the charge and letting the world know who is the culprit.
Just finally, Oscar, I do want to ask you about the man to your left there, Eddie Hearn. He refers to himself as a hated man in America amongst the promoters and some of the broadcasters, etc. But how do you think he's done since his time with the Zone now, coming to try and make a stamp there from obviously a successful time here in the UK? But how do you think he's done over in America?
Internationally and in Europe, and he's done great because he has the backing of the Zone. In America, that's my territory. Nobody gets in the way of what I'm doing, of how I promote. There's a reason why I've promoted the Canelos, the Errol Spences, the Browns Bombers. There's a reason why I promote Ryan Garcia. There's a reason why I have Verge Ortiz. There's a reason why I promote Ramirez. There's a reason why we have the best talent in America, and that's why it's called Golden Boy Promotions.
Okay, well answered. Like a politician there, you answered that question. Listen, we look forward to a great fight night here in Abu Dhabi, and yeah, it's a great card as well, kind of stacked from top to bottom, and yeah, the main event is absolutely brilliant, so let's hope it delivers.
I'm looking forward to the co-main event as well, but the main event will deliver, bar none. I believe that both guys are prepared, they're ready, they know what's at stake. Supremacy is at stake. Bivol, like I said, I have much respect to him. He's a great fighter. Ramirez, it's his time, it's his shot. He's hungry, he's determined. Hey, let's get it on.
Oscar De La Hoya, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. God bless.
I'm going to share something with you that might put me in a very negative light, yeah.
Relationships are not my forte.
See if someone grabbed up my wife or something, completely different ballgame.
I'll walk away from here, and this has been like a therapy session.